Hey everyone. Okay, so I've just been toiling over how I'm going to start this video because it feels like my energy is not all over the place, but the information that I'm picking up is a lot, and there's just a lot going on. So basically this video is a little bit of a response and expounding on a comment that was left on my previous video on ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, where the commenter said that ASAP believes that he's cursed because every time he releases an album, someone close to him passes away. And the commenter's wondering if there's any truth to what he says or if it's just sad coincidence. And so that's where I'm focusing this video and where this information is coming through about. So when I read that comment, I had several thoughts. Number one, my personal belief, and this is based off of things that I've seen spiritually, visions that I've had, which is no one can ever actually be cursed. The only time that you can truly be cursed is when you allow that to happen. You have to allow yourself to be cursed in order to be cursed. Otherwise, you can become an impenetrable force when you believe in God and you believe that if you follow your highest good, you listen to, what the right thing to do is, whatever it is, with integrity, then you are protected. You're spiritually protected. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in some ways. And that's speaking in general. That's not speaking for this particular situation, which I'll get into in a minute. Another thing is that when I do readings, the energy leaves me within days. Sometimes it's within the second that it leaves my mouth, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. And so anytime that the energy sticks around, sometimes even builds up, is because it's information that I withheld and I am supposed to say. And so what I find fascinating in some ways is when I read the comment, I was immediately pulled back to that reading. I can remember that night clear as day. And it makes me feel very emotional because I can feel that strong bond and that strong connection. So when I did that reading on ASAP and Rihanna, I pulled a card and it was about someone who had passed away. That's what I felt. Someone had passed away and they're trying to come forward to kind of make themselves known. And I feel like there's some sort of tangible thing in their lives, in Rihanna and ASAP's life, that they have as like a memento of this person, whether it's something that actually belonged to this person, a picture of this person. I'm being drawn to the color red. So it's something that's like a red car, or a picture of them with on a red car, or with a red car, or it's like, it could even be like a necklace, but I don't know why red. Like if it was like a chain, but then there's like maybe red jewels on it, or maybe I don't know exactly what it is, but it feels like there's something like solid, right? Or like even if it's like a key, like maybe they have a key, something. I don't know what it is, okay? And this person is Yams. That's the person who is wanting to come through very strongly. And so that's what I want to talk about now. So I'm being told that I should not talk about the passing. I shouldn't talk about the details of that. I should leave that alone. I should leave that in the past, because people know what happened. People know what went on. There's no need to dredge up the past with regards to something that was so traumatic. And I'm fully aware, not just psychically, but real life, I am aware of the circumstances. I'm aware of their relation to Yam's relation to Rihanna and ASAP. I don't know the depths of it, but I do know that. Why I know that is because after I was aware of this connection, I was receiving information several days ago, and I don't know why. I guess I looked him up because I thought that he was like Mexican or something. I didn't know who he was prior to this. But this is how I knew, is because I looked and then it showed that he is a mutual friend of the two of them. So that's how I know that. And I think he is Mexican, or he's like something Spanish or something. And it's verified, so that verifies everything that I feel in a lot of ways, because the bond that I feel between the two of them is verified from what I looked up. When I put his name, I looked, and so what I see is that they're extremely close, like in spirit, not just who they are in this life, right? As Yams and Rocky, it spans beyond this. They are really brothers in spirit, and they walk together in spirit. And the love that they share amongst each other is really what brings both of them into peace with God, because that relationship between them is genuine, it's real, it's a form of love, true love, that when you share that kind of love with someone, it's undeniable of where that source it comes from, like what the source of that love is, which is otherworldly, like it's just a spiritual thing, it's God. And I am specifically hearing brother in Christ or walking with Christ, and how Rocky is like with God, or like among God's people, is how he's being represented, how Yams is identifying Rocky. Is like basically, like, I've talked on my channel, and I'm sure you guys are aware of this as well, and maybe some of you are involved in this, but it's like worshiping other deities. That's not to say like other religions where they're like positively spiritual. I guess who's to say, if I don't really know, if I can't identify them perfectly, but basically people who are worshiping things that are not of light source. Okay? So like darker stuff. And Rocky is not of that. He's very solid and like grounded. He's grounded and worldly in a positive way, because there's an emphasis on Yams saying, I'm protecting you, like, you're my brother, we share the same mind. Like, there's a part of us that has a split mind. Like, we are one and the same. We share our same heart, we share our same mind, we share the same processes, the same feelings. Like, we are so closely bonded. And saying that because you are here as Rocky, this experience as Rocky is supposed to keep you from, like, there's something about Rocky's life and how he conducts himself in life that is very practical and level-headed, and like, even when he's emotional, like emotionally heightened or stressed out or angry, there's still this like level of calmness that he possesses. Like, he still withholds his, he's not really much of a violent outburst kind of guy. It doesn't feel like there's a lot that he can withhold, that he's internalizes a lot of that. And there's a blessing, because it kind of prevents him from kind of shooting all over the place with his spiritual self, if that's making any sense. It's like, he's not supposed to be worrying about his past lives. He's not supposed to be worrying about his future lives. He should worry about the here and now. He should appreciate and work on the here and now. And not too much of this, like, spiritual stuff. Like, he doesn't need to be too much into that. And I don't feel that he necessarily is. I think he's pretty good. He's pretty good with that. Yeah, so what Yams is saying, though, is there's a warning. There's a message of warning saying that I have a lot of healing to do myself. I have a lot of processes that I have to go through myself. And I don't want you, my brother, it's just a constant of saying, I love you, my brother. I love you, my brother. That's constant. He wants that message to get across very clear, is that you're my brother. I love you. It's not and. It's like, it's all one sentence. I love you, my brother. My brother, I love you. Like, it's constant. And he's also saying, take care of my girl. Like, he's saying Rihanna is his girl. Like, take care of my girl. Take care of your life now. Take care of my girls. So there's two girls. And and it's not, the other girl is like, it feels like a daughter. So I don't know if it's like a future daughter coming, or if this is someone else. It almost feels like she's not here yet, so it could be a future daughter that is being like blessed by Yams and protected by Yams. It's like, that's my goddaughter, you know, like that's my baby. That's my baby. Not really his baby, but like, you know, like if it was your godchild, like that is my baby, of the two people that I love so much. There's another girl, but again, whoever that is, it's not, you get what I'm saying. I just want to clarify that. So he's saying, like, Rihanna is intuitive. She's into like all of this kind of stuff. to a different degree, obviously, and she's a little bit of a firecracker. A lot of a firecracker. But Yams is saying, like, nourish this relationship. Take care of this relationship. As much as I wish that I was there for both of you, like, in life, like, as Yams, you know, as much as I would love to be there, because I knew you two would always be together, like, I called it, like, I said it, like, I knew it. I knew it. Because I could recall what our journey is, you know, when I was alive as Yams. But don't think for a second I'm not still here. Like, I'm guiding you. I'm guarding and guiding you guys. So if there are these hiccups in the relationship, these natural things, and even like a compulsion to go the other way, or a compulsion to, it's like, you know, when things get tough and sometimes people just kind of check out, or they go to like whatever the easiest thing is, you know, go after some other temptation, whether it's work or whatever. It's like, don't do that. Take care of this love now, this relationship now. Like, do the work, put the work in. Like, don't be afraid of hard work when it comes to this, so long as you're being fair to one another. Like, do the right thing. And he's saying that because he has so many different things to heal on the lower levels of himself, I'm talking about Yams, when other people are picking up, they think that they're picking up on my energy, that it's kind of like saying to ignore it. It's like Rocky already ignores it, I think. So an example would be is if something fell down and Rihanna would be like, oh, that's Yams saying something, like making a message. I told you it's him, I told you. And then Rocky, like, he can feel it, like he believes it and he knows it, but he understands it on a deeper level than Rihanna sees it, because Rihanna's interpreting the lower levels of Yams. She's not seeing the purest, divinest, most divine form of Yams. And so seeing these lower levels is kind of limiting that reality of what's the message is, and it's making them somewhat susceptible to other entities that are not that good. And you don't want to connect to his side of him that he's still working on. You want to connect to the most purest form of him, which is of sincere, magnificent is the word I'm hearing, like a magnificent love, an intense, warm, enveloping love of all of them. And so, and it's protection. Like, he feels like, even though, like, you're my brother, even though you're my girl, like my baby sister, in this new form, it's not a new form, it's actually like your original form in a lot of ways, right? It's like, I feel like I'm your father figure. Like, I am your protector. And so, with me in particular, this is Yams, so it's like with Yams in particular, he's saying, like, I want you, Rocky, to view me as your guardian. Not just a guardian angel, but like, you're truly, like, you can take, yes, I'm an angel, yes, I'm angelic in some ways, in a lot of ways, like my purest form, I am very angelic, but look at this as a guardian. Like, stick to that guard. I'm guarding you. I'm protecting you. Don't look as if you are cursed. You need to shift your perception on that, because instead of losing someone, because you didn't lose me, and I'm sorry that I made certain mistakes in life. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry. I feel in some ways that I had let you down, and I'm really sorry for that. I feel like I want you to know that I took myself away. It's not like you can't blame the external world on taking me away. I made that choice. And I want you to also learn from my decisions, my poor decisions, that where can you be present for life? Where can you show up for life? Where can you live this life in a way that makes you like a more pure life, a more pure, like, how can you show up? You know, if you're drinking or smoking, whatever, you're not fully present. You're not fully aware of your life. And Yams is acknowledging that Rocky wants to clean it up. Like, he wants to clean up his act. There's a change that's happening within Rocky where he feels this desire to sober up in all aspects. It's like, if I want to become the man that I think that my future child or children deserve, I don't want them to grow up in an environment that I grew up around. I don't want them to not have me in the right frame of mind at all times. I don't want to dull my reality or change my reality by inhibiting myself with these things. And so there's an inner calling within ASAP to sober up completely. And I feel like there might be some resistance there from other people because, it's perceived as more fun doing those kinds of things, I guess. And I think it's a habitual thing as well. But there is that inner calling that's happening, where he wants to, it's like saying, I want to be the man that I think that my children, my daughter, whoever to deserve. I want to be that. And even for Rihanna, or like a future wife or whatever, it's like I want to be what I feel is like a wholesome person and a wholesome life. I think that they deserve that. That's what I want for them. And Yams is just so proud of both of them, proud of like his own family. Like, he's pointing towards females in his family. I don't know if he had sisters or something, but it's like he's proud of who the people that he knew as Yams are growing up to be. And again, this emphasis that you didn't lose me. You aren't cursed. You gained a guardian. You are gaining spiritual guardians who are protecting you on the other side. That is much more powerful than anything that I could have done for you in this life. But at least in this life, we were able to verbally communicate in a way that helps you further understand me, right? Like, I've just changed form. I haven't changed. Like, I'm still here. I'm still as present as I've ever been. So please understand that and remember that and acknowledge that and feel that. I am just as protective, if not more. I am just as loving, if not more. And I don't want you to ever doubt that or forget that, because it's very important that you continue on your path. It's very important that you do that, and you're doing such a good job already. Is this feeling that he's saying, like, I just don't ever want you to doubt yourself. I don't want you to ever doubt that you are capable of, like, being enough in a relationship, or that you're capable of having this, like, it's like, I want your mind to be at peace. I want you to be at peace. I want you to feel at peace. I don't want you to feel like there's a struggle. You know, I don't want you to feel like you're just kind of dealing with your pain and getting by with, like, having this undercurrent of pain and tension and stress, and then you're just having to just condense it and then put it to the side in, like, a compacted little corner. Like, I don't want you to do that. I want you to just break that open and let it loose, let it free, let it go. You don't have to be afraid that it's going to just be uncontrollable and scattered in a bigger mess than it already, like, than you think that it'll be. Like, it'll dissipate, it'll go away, and I'm keeping you in a little confined, safe bubble. Like, don't worry. You know this. It's like, you know this, my brother. Like, you know that I would not ever let anything happen to you. And I don't want you to think that you failed me in any way, or feel like you let me down in any way. I don't want you to feel like there was anything that was left unsaid or undone, that there could have been something different. It's not any, please don't ever think that. Or say that. And he's saying, like, it's like he stopped saying that, like, ASAP stopped saying that, but then I think sometimes, like, maybe something triggering happens or something, and it's like, that's kind of like not a go-to, but it just kind of springs up out of nowhere, because maybe it's repressed and it was, like, where he was at one point, so it just kind of jumps to that. And it's like, don't let that happen. We have divine feminine, and I feel that this is an indication that ASAP, you know, I feel like spring. I feel the season spring, and how either something's going to happen in the springtime, or it's an indication that things that are below the surface are going to be coming up, in a good way. Because with the feminine, it's about receptivity, right? Allowing love in. And by allowing love in, it moves freely, it pours through you, right? A healthy divine feminine is receptive of love, is giving of love, is peaceful, is calming, is nurturing. And so allowing all of this to happen in your life ASAP, what I see, I think it's already occurring. I think it's already occurring. And that's where that calling is, to kind of sober up, because you're wanting to heal. You're wanting to not suppress all of that and kind of numb those feelings. You want to be able to feel it fully so that it can release. So I think this is just confirmation. Yeah. Celebration. Your spirit needs to play and have fun. So these are just really good confirmations, once again, that you're healing, naturally healing. And at the bottom it says you are safe. Archangel Michael, which is, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And Archangel Gabriel, nurture. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So I do feel that if there is no reason to celebrate, well, I guess I'm already hinting at it. So if there's no baby right now, okay, because like I said, there's something about this baby. I feel that there's a baby in the wings of Yams, like the angel wings of me. Like it's like this angel right here. Like everyone's doting on this little baby, and this angel is the one holding it. Like that's him with his godson or goddaughter holding the baby. Like, this is my baby, we are protecting. And I also feel like with the springtime, and you know, like you think about the renewal and the baby birds, the baby rabbits, all of that. And then we have like a carousel and all of this, and it feels like, what I feel is a rushing in of angelic presence. Like they're all rushing in to join on this spiritual celebration. So whatever is to come, if it is not already come, well, I think I would know, right? It would probably be all over the news if she had a baby. But what I do feel is this future potential baby, the first potential baby, and any coming up, but we're talking about this future one, is really magical is the word I'm getting. Blessed, very blessed, and all of your passed away loved ones, your ancestors, your guardian angels, they're all surrounding this baby. It's this energy. So what that tells me is that this spirit, you know, we're of spirit before we're of flesh. This baby has already been chosen. That's what that tells me. They've already chosen who's going to be coming into your life. So that's really incredible. That is really, really incredible. So that's my reading. Hope this brought some sort of information and clarity for you guys, or just entertaining somehow. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.